I'm not sure how easy this is going to be to see or hear because I'm on the highway. But I figured this is a good time for me to update. I'm kind of bored coming back from Austin. So I wanted to update because I went to Austin. I took a trip. It was short and sweet, but probably this is true for a lot of you. Trips, no matter how quick they are, can be rough, I guess. As far as there's something about being out of town, being away from your normal routine that, I don't know, for me it just makes me want to kind of go nuts with my eating. I'm not sure that it makes logical sense, but it's just the way it is. And I don't think that I'm alone in that. Anyway, so, left Friday after work for Austin. Got there Friday night. Saturday spent with friends. Today went to church. Actually went on a date. We'll talk about that later, or not. And now I'm headed home. And I am thrilled to report that although it was not a perfect weekend, it was so much better than what my trips are usually like. For starters, what's really hard for me is like right now, when I'm in the car traveling, I get bored, and when I'm bored, I want to eat. And on the way there, I did snack, but I waited till I was hungry. And so I thought, okay, this is great. Now, incidentally, what happened was that snack ended up being my dinner because I didn't get hungry again. But there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. I ate within the confines of my hunger. And so was really impressed with that. And I hate to say impressed with myself, but again, you have to understand my track record. And then once I was in Austin, actually did really well. My only bad meal was Saturday night. I had been staying with my college roommate, and we met up with another friend of ours from like childhood, and we went to a Mexican food restaurant, and I wish I could say that I just got lost in the excitement of, seeing old friends and sharing stories and stuff, and that I just didn't pay attention and ate too much just because of that. I can't say that though. I have to be honest. It was a willful overeating. Again, like so many of you, food for me it's not just something I do when I'm bored or stressed or sad. It's also something I do when I'm happy. And I made the willful choice of, eating more chips and salsa than I should, polishing off my entire plate. And then got home and had dessert when I didn't need it, on top of that. And so was disappointed in that, and was a little sick to my stomach too, to be honest. However, this morning I woke up and I thought, I'll just wait till I'm hungry. And that's what I did. And that's what I've done ever since. I'm actually hungry right now, but I'll be home in about 30 minutes, so I'll eat then. Anyway, like I said, it wasn't perfect. Obviously, Saturday night was kind of rough. But when I look at the big picture, which is what I'm trying to do right now, I have to recognize that this was a good trip out of town for me, eating-wise. I stuck to the weigh down principles much better than I anticipated, and so I'm really glad about that. And of course, I think that means good things for Wednesday's weigh-in, assuming I can do well between now and then. The only other thing that I'll leave you with is something that honestly I can't remember if I've mentioned this in a video before or not, so at the risk of repeating myself, I'll go ahead and say today at lunch I had a date, and we went to a Chinese buffet. And so I loaded up my plate, not heaping, okay, but I mean, I had a plate of, I got all my favorite stuff, the wonton, the honey chicken, some beef and noodles, whatever, some sushi. And I got back to the table, and I remembered, I started eating, and one of the sashimi, sushi rolls, whatever they're called, one of the pieces was kind of bland. And that triggered a memory that when I was doing Weigh Down a while back, one of the things that Gwen used to say was, when you have your plate full of stuff, eat what you really like. Don't sit there and waste your hunger, so to speak, on food that's just so-so or bland or whatever the case may be. And so I remembered that, and so I put that little piece of sushi roll down, and I thought, I'm going to move on to something else that I like and that's better. And so by the time I was done, there was food left on my plate, and what had happened was I ate what I thought was really good, and I left what was just okay. And anyway, it's just a neat way to ensure that you're getting the best, and even if that means I don't really like anything on my plate, I only ate a little, I'm just going to jump to dessert. Okay. Again, one of the many things I love about this Weigh Down diet, so to speak. I just think it's pretty cool. So, again, I may have already shared that, but for what it's worth, there's another principle or a little fun fact about Weigh Down for you that you can implement if you haven't already. Okay, I'll let you go, and if not before, I'll check in on Wednesday after my weigh-in. Here's hoping for a loss 2 weeks in a row. Talk to you later.